Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and whitetail deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
In today's episode, we'll be talking with someone who spends most of her days either underground or on top of a mountain. Saying that she loves rocks might be an understatement. She is a former Wisconsinite, now living in Nevada, and has been raising Longhorns for the past 5 years. Let's bring her in. Well, welcome, Melissa. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So this year, again, coming up this week is your Reno sale. Can you tell us the location for the sale and the exact date?
So our location is going to be at the Reno Livestock Event Center complex. So the Reno Livestock Pavilion is the shorter name. No, it's not that short. And we are located on Wells Avenue. So it's Google just Reno Livestock Event Center or Reno Livestock, it pops up. And we will be having our futurity on the 16th, this Friday at 3 p.m. And the sale starts on Saturday at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. All in Pacific time.
So 11 a.m. Pacific time would be 1 p.m. Central time for everyone in the Central time zone.
Yes.
Perfect. Got it right. And the sale hosts are yourself and.
So we have, it's going to be Carly and I again, and we have the California Association of Texas Longhorn Breeders. I hope I got that right. Coming in to support us this year. So we really appreciate the support from them and trying to build the West Coast.
Awesome. And so how many years have you had the sale now?
This is our second year. Made it through the Corona year.
Probably the toughest year of all years to have your first sale.
So hopefully this year is better. I mean, I'm excited because there's no restrictions in Nevada right now. Everything's open and I don't have to wear masks or worry about the health department or anything. So it'll be nice.
So you're having a futurity along with your sale. What made you want to have the futurity with your sale?
So I think the futurity is always a good way to get people interested in showing off their younger stock, their younger livestock, and just to get people who might be newer to come in and showcase what their breeding program is. We've got a lot of new people coming in again this year, which is always exciting. People who this will be their first futurity and their first consignments. So it's always fun. And who doesn't like to win a buckle? We're trying to bring it home for Nevada. We did last year, so maybe this year. I think it's just fun. And also it's in Nevada, I think it's a really good promotion because we are such a big rodeo state, and everybody's used to rodeos, everybody's used to winning buckles, so it's kind of a good transition to get people interested in what we're doing.
Awesome. And how many consignments do you have this year in the sale?
We have 42 consignments with 5 video lots this year.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to explain what you do with the video lots for those people that may not know?
So our video lots, we started last year, and as a way for us to try to get different breeders from regions that are a little bit further away to be able to showcase some of their animals. So what we do is the animal is in its hometown and its home ranch, and we ask the consigners to take a video clip, and we put the video up on the screen that we have at the Livestock Event Center, and people can bid on just on Hired Hand like they normally do, and we have the live auction in Reno, but the animal stays in where it is, like in Texas, for example. And then the consignor has the responsibility of working with the buyer to provide transportation for the animal. It's a little bit, we've seen a lot more video sales because of coronavirus and stuff last year in the Longhorn industry, but it's really popular in the Angus industry. So a lot of people are familiar with it out on the West Coast. That's mostly how you buy a lot of your commercial livestock is through video lots on people's ranches. So kind of a good way. And then if people have things going and they're still wanted to consign, it's an easier way to get their animal at least some screen time.
Who are some of the people who did the video lots this year?
So Kim and David Nicodem did a video lot again. This is their second year, so it must have done something good for them to come back. In Oklahoma, they're representing the state of Oklahoma. And then we've got Wes and Suzanne Smith, who came in person last year, but they had events going on this year, so they did a video consignment. We also have FHR Longhorns, Dale Metz and Doc did a video lot, and Chase Vasut did a video lot, and a new breeder, Eric, and I know I'm going to butcher their last name, Peroof, and it's Dragon Roost Ranch in Texas, and they also did a video lot.
Awesome. Good. Is there any standout lots that you want to talk about or draw a little bit more attention to this year?
I think that this year we have a couple. I think this year we did really good on our big cow lots. We don't have that many heifers, but we have a lot of big cows this year, and of course, we've got Vanilla Vodka coming in from Wes and Suzanne, and I think that's they've done a great job of promoting with like music videos of her and on TikTok and everything. And of course, probably famous because of Cocaine Lady, who just sold, and it's her 3/4 sister. So it's always exciting when you can promote a 3/4 sister to a $280,000 animal. So and those guys are super fun with their music videos and stuff. So and then we've got some, I always like to highlight our first time consigners. We've got Corey Waymount coming in from Utah. It's like an ex-baseball player, so he's got a really cool logo with a home plate on it, and he's coming in bringing PCC golden boots. So we got some gold mine influence coming in. And we also have Andrea Siller and Andrea Neal. Everybody knows them, but this is actually the first time they're consigning something. So it's kind of fun to maybe people can actually meet them face to face. And they're bringing in 3 really good consignments and a bunch of futurity animals. So I always think that's exciting. And we've got 2 bull lots this year. We've got a young bull coming in from Roughshod Ranch, and then we've got Black Kettle coming in from Dragon Roost Ranch, who's pretty well known. If you run black Longhorns or anything in a futurity, you've probably seen Black Kettle in a pedigree or 2. So I think it's a good opportunity for people who are newer to build a herd off of. You got good genetics, you got good foundation, females coming in. So I think it'll be a good herd builder, and which is always good for us because we have so many new people that come every year that we had, I think, 5 or 6 new breeders last year by. So I've already got a list of 3 or 4 that are coming this year that are new. So that's always exciting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last year at your sale was the first time Andrea Siller purchased Longhorns.
Yep.
So yeah, this sale it's full circle for her. She purchased her first animals here, and now she's consigning her first animals. So that's exciting.
Yep. So I think California is really starting to grow, even though it's kind of under the radar, but there's quite a few people coming in from California this year. And I think that's kind of exciting, like, because they're kind of like the unknown little Longhorn hub.
Love what you're hearing? Be sure to check out our Pickup Truck Confessions. It's a video series where we hop in the truck or rental car and interview a variety of breeders about what drives their passion for their livestock,
how they got started in the breed of their choice, marketing tips, and more.
And now back to the podcast.
What's your favorite thing about hosting a sale in a futurity?
I think my favorite thing's probably when everybody shows up and just getting to hang out with people. I like people coming, out here. It's kind of like, when people come to your house for dinner and you get really excited because they get to try your food and you get to be a host. And I think that's my favorite part. I like to show people what we can do out here. And I always think it's exciting because I think we just have a really great facility at the Livestock Event Center. And I think that crew is fantastic with all the work they do for us. And so it's kind of nice just to show people something else and to have people visit and hang out and, come check out some cool cows. And I also like, posting on social media for the general public just to come in and visit and walk around and get to see some really big horns.
So for those people that are coming to the sale and are looking for things to do nearby, what do you suggest?
Well, I always suggest Lake Tahoe because it's beautiful and it's, a 40-minute drive up the hill. There's tons of stuff to do there, rent a boat, get on one of those weird paddle things that you stand on and paddle around. And, there's always the hotels and casinos and big restaurants up there. We also have Virginia City down the road, another like half-hour drive, and that's a historic mining town with a ton of history in it. So if you like to do all the little souvenir shops and tiny rustic bars and stuff, and walk around and go on underground tours and stuff, that's kind of a cool place to go. And Reno's got a lot of more city stuff since it's grown so much in the last couple of years, like the indoor like ice skating and the indoor trampoline parks and all that kind of stuff. And you have a bunch of really good restaurants. It's like my favorite thing to do is eat when I go into town. All you can eat sushi, $25. Favorite thing.
Well, you bring up food I think it's Saturday night, right?
Yep.
You're going to have some sort of special dinner that people need to RSVP to if they're planning on going.
Yep. So we are going to be at Louie's Basque Corner on Saturday night. It's a kind of a smaller family type restaurant. So, the chef has asked that we RSVP so we don't totally overwhelm them and so they can prepare a little bit. And in Nevada, Basque culture, especially in Eastern Nevada, is really prevalent. It's kind of an odd thing. So, and if you don't know what Basque is, it's a region in Spain. So, which is a bunch of sheep herders. Like it's a big sheep herding culture, and so it's a family style dinner. They put bowls of food on the table and everybody passes it around. And it's very lamb and meat heavy, but it's always a good time. And there's a special drink called a pecan, and you can ask Warren Dorothy about that one. But I don't do it. Everybody should try it once, but let me tell you, it'll knock you.
We'll have to ask Warren about that.
But it'll be fun. It's good to sit around and talk like a family and be able to all sit together and relax after the sale.
And then I forgot the awards for the futurity. Those are on Friday evening, right?
Yep. So starting at 6:30-ish, give or take. We're going to be at Battleborn Brewery. Both of the events, the dinner and reception, are actually like just right across the street from each other. So they're going to be in the same area. For a reception, with small plate appetizer type things and our awards and beverages. And then there's some restaurants around in that area if anybody wants like a bigger meal. But that's where we'll be doing our awards for the futurity and just hanging out, and we'll have music playing and all that good stuff. Cornhole, horseshoes, or whatever yard games we put together. So it should be fun.
Well, maybe we'll have to take our cornhole tournament from Oregon down to Nevada, huh?
Well, if we do, don't let me play, because I almost knocked Alex Dees out with a beanbag. So just keep me away from the cornhole.
Oh, well, is there anything else that you want to say about the sale?
I just think, it's exciting. I hope people have a really good time. We've worked hard at trying to just make it fun, come out and sell your cows, but have a vacation, have a good time, and enjoy the area, enjoy the things to do, and relax. And we're excited that we've got a lot of people who are just, they're just coming to visit. It's fun to hang out with your friends. And I think after last year that we'll be actually able to have like food events and stuff, and actually have events where we can all hang out together. It will be really fun and exciting. So, and I hope everybody who's not here is going to be on hired hand and bidding on cows.
One thing I guess I forgot to mention as well is the sponsors. Do you want to mention any of your sponsors this year, and then maybe talk about the fraternity judges as well?
So for sponsors this year, we did amazing. I've got a whole list, so hopefully I can remember. I'm going to try this off the top of my head. So obviously we have the California Association of Texas Longhorn Breeders. They're a big help this year, coming in to help sponsor and help me get organized a little bit. And then we've got G&G Longhorns, from Virginia. So I call it the West, the coast to coast sponsor. They're going to be our saloon sponsor. So if everybody gets to hang out and have a drink, we can thank Ann for helping out on that front. And then for our fraternities, we've got Fay Longhorns up in Oregon. We've got CR Longhorns, Alex Stees up in Oregon. We've got Kilo Sierra Longhorns, which is newer breeders that are just up the road from us in Janesville, California. We have FHR Longhorns, Dale and Doc down in Texas. We have the Struthoffs, our fraternity sponsor down in Texas. Brett and Teresa Krause, our fraternity sponsors down in Texas. We have Running End Longhorns, Nick Noyes up in Idaho. Let's see if I can, there's another one. Oh yeah, Hidden Springs Ranch out in North Carolina. So, we're trying to get the whole country going here.
And Kathy and Warren
Dorothy, down in California, in Southern California. And we did a fraternity sponsorship as well. So Silver Summit Ranch, we joined together with Carly with Battleborn Longhorns to round it out. And I think that is everybody. And if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. But we did really well, and we really appreciate the support this year from everybody coast to coast. And it makes it a lot easier on us to know that we have the support, and so we're not just running solo out here. We really appreciate it.
Of course. And then the fraternity judges.
So our fraternity judges this year are Angie Wolf coming in from Illinois, Josie Struthoff coming in from Texas, and Shadow Seaman coming in from Idaho. So, we like to spread it out. We really like to be everywhere, the whole country. We like to represent each region. So I think it'll be good and interesting to see, what each different region looks at, and which different region sees in their animals. So we're pretty excited to have that representation. And Shadow is a certified ITLA judge and does the big shows. So it'll be good for us to see, I think, on the West Coast, somebody who judges the big ITLA Grand Championship shows and stuff in Texas. It'll be interesting.
Well, I'm looking forward to coming out again this year. Last year was a ton of fun. So
this year's going to be even better. No problems.
Well, we look forward to seeing you this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Yep. Thank you. And we'll see you guys then.